Gaffer, the comeback win at Huddersfield was a big lift for everybody at the club, but you've stressed the need to back it up. Got the league leaders on Saturday. What are the standards have you demanded from the players? What have you asked of them to do this week in training to kind of get back to that level and hopefully get the win?
Yeah, so obviously it was a brilliant win for us last week at Huddersfield. The first thing that we did was let the players have obviously a bit of time off over the weekend. It was we haven't had any time for any international breaks off, so we give the players the weekend off, which was nice to see some results come in when there's no pressure on you of a weekend. But that was the first thing that they did, rest and recovered. And then from Monday onwards, obviously we reviewed the game on Monday and got to work straight away on Cardiff, which we've said to the players all week, it's going to be one of the toughest games you're going to face all season, especially at home. So we need to just make sure that we're prepared for it.
And that's right, like you say, we've got good form at home this season, unbeaten at home. I think Cardiff are unbeaten away, so it's got all the makings of a really top quality game. I guess that's what you're expecting, isn't it? A battle of attrition, and it's all down to how you start the game, I guess.
Well, or how you finish it, as last weekend it proved. But I think it's everyone will see it. It's two teams that will play in a style that should be entertaining to watch. It's both two teams that are right up there in the possession stats in the league. Two teams who have got the highest amount of chances created, and the styles should gel and mix quite well. I quite like these games where it's a thinking game and you've got to try and figure out what the opposition are going to do, as was the case last week at Huddersfield. So I'm sure it'll be a high quality game and it'll probably be decided by a real small margin. So hopefully we come out on top of that.
Yeah, going back to the Huddersfield game, the fans, particularly at the end, as you can understand and expect, in absolute full voice, and you've called for maximum volume. That kind of atmosphere, if it's throughout the game particularly, has to inspire the players, doesn't it? Yeah,
it does. I say the support on away at Huddersfield was incredible, like it has been in all the away games, but I think the fans sensed that we were on top of the game and a chance was just about to come, and they stuck with the team. And it took us till injury time to get that equaliser and then the winner. But that just shows you what you can do if everybody keeps believing in it. I think where we've been really good at home is we've started games incredibly well. We've got on the front foot and got out the traps quick and managed to be clinical with chances that we've had, and then therefore that's allowed the crowd to get going and get behind us. That might not be the case though this weekend, as I say, because we're coming up against a top quality outfit who might have spells in the game. And when they do have spells, that's where you need your support more than ever to keep the players on it, to keep the players with that energy that we're going to need, as I say, to try and get the result that we want.
Yeah, and what element from that Huddersfield victory pleased you the most? Was it the fitness, the discipline, the belief? Was it a combination of it all? And again, that kind of shows all those elements do help.
I think a couple of things impressed us was the start of the game was tough. Huddersfield got off to a real good start, and we're bright in their movement, scored a goal from a set piece, and on another night we could have crumbled, but we sort of readjusted and got through that tough opening period. And I think once we got into the game towards the end of the first half, I felt we were taking over, we were getting back on top, the game was becoming a bit more stretched, and that suited us. And then the way we finished the game, the impact that we had off the lads who come off the bench, the energy that they brought onto the pitch, and the quality that we showed, like the two goals that we scored were outstanding. So there's loads of different elements to it, which was great, but as I say, that's forgotten about now. We've got to go and reproduce that and do it again. It's on Saturday.
Yeah, and what have you made of Cardiff's start to the season? Obviously, they're not at the top of the table for any other reason that they've had a really good, strong campaign.
They've been really positive, and I think that's kind of what that needed at that club. They've struggled in the Championship over the last couple of seasons and obviously got relegated last year. So with Barry Murphy going in, I think what he's done is added an air of positivity all around the city probably, and certainly around the club. They've got young players in the team who are playing with loads of energy. They've got loads of good quality players who played in the Championship, who are Championship standard players as well. Can't forget that. And they've been really good. They've been exciting. They've scored goals. But as we've explained as well, they haven't been faultless either. They're not unbeaten and won every single game. So there'll be opportunities for us if we get our plan right.
And a good opportunity to show us where we are as a squad as well, like we did at Huddersfield. You know, they're a team that have come down, and we, outperform them and get another opportunity on Saturday, really, for that.
Yeah, as I say, but these are the games that you want to play in. If we want to be in the shake-up come the end of the season, then we've got to make sure that we can compete against this type of team. Now, the game against Huddersfield, there's other teams who we've played who we would expect to be towards the top end of the division. I think we've handled ourselves quite well. Now, the test is on Saturday, go and do it again. So they won't get a more difficult game right now. So let's back it up. Let's see if we can get an equally as good a performance as we got on Thursday at Huddersfield. Take it at home and see where it takes us.
Great. And a word on Max Conway earlier in the week, another piece of good news to follow up from the Huddersfield game with him signing a new long-term deal. Yeah,
I'm glad that it's all sorted. It's been a little while in the making, obviously. Things behind the scenes to sort out and details to sort out, but I think what's important is to recognise how well Max has done. So he came into the team, back into the first team. He was out on loan last year, come into the squad in pre-season and has impressed us from day one. He found himself in the team, starting every week pretty much, and has done really well, and I think he's grown pretty much every game that he's played, so that's great, especially with it being an academy player and one of our own. So I'm delighted that he's committed his future for the next few years here.
Yeah, and that's it. It's important that a club like us secures our top young talents, and with a long-term reward like that, it shows that we've got belief in a plan going forward.
Yeah, we have got belief, and say the plan is to be exactly that. Try and produce your homegrown players into your squad if that's possible, and if not, try and bring in players that we can recruit to be here for the foreseeable future, not just for this season. Obviously, we need to use the loan market wisely, like we've proved that we can do, but we've got a plan moving forwards, and currently the plan's going in the direction that we're happy with.
Yeah, and finally, just an update on fitness, injuries. I believe there's a B team game earlier in the week, opportunity for some of the lads to get fitness levels back up.
Yeah, apart from John McAtee, who unfortunately picked up a shoulder injury against Huddersfield, apart from that, it's a fully fit squad, as was before the Huddersfield game. We still be missing Thierry and Ethan. Good news is Will Forrester played 45 minutes in the B team this week, so that's good. Victor Adebayo is back running on the grass. He's like 7 months in now, so his progression is doing well. And yeah, the rest of the squad is healthy, which is a bonus. Chris isn't ill, which he was against the Huddersfield. He's trained this week, so yeah, we're going to it pretty much full strength. Yeah,
and there's positive news on the comeback trail for some of these players. It must give you a bit of confidence ahead going into what's going to be an extremely busy period over the next couple of months, particularly with Christmas.
Yeah, the more players you've got to choose from, the better. That takes obviously an effort from everybody, including the players, to manage themselves well and try and stay available for as long as possible. But when a team's playing well and when a team is having some success, then it's enjoyable to play in, and everybody's desperate to play, and the more people we've got to choose from, the better it'll be.